Hello, Connor and Johnny. Let me just adjust myself. Just got back from my shift, and let's get to it. Right where we left off, potentially. I don't remember. Well, I did a little bit extra off screen. You're too late for the NL merch, buddy. You failed. Anyway. I'm gonna get a cup of water. And then I'm gonna set my timer. I'm gonna open I have a lot to do today. Hold on, let me get a cup of water because I need it for painting. Painting and painting. Should have got more water actually, but you know, this is enough. Enough. Can you have what? I think I'm going to start off with a white. Everything got to be in order and in place, otherwise we're going to be all screwed up. Setup's the most important after all. And let me just make sure everything's in order, in place, all that good jazz. All right. But at least we're back where we left off. The hell are you saying? All right. That there, why not? All right. So I want to add some more white to this. Timer of terror. It's just us in here for now, but that's fine. I don't really care at the moment. I'm just going to add more to the eyes just to make them more whiter. Pink! That's all I need for that. Maybe a little bit over here too. Pink! That's all I need for that. Pink. That can dry. Now let's bring Flora back out. Schumann's Law. Yeah, you will see yourself out. Anyways, what is this? This, dun, dun, dun. Fill that. Now, this ain't fully white, sadly. It's like it's having a fight with the rest of the color underneath. So I'm just gonna go with a thicker white. This is like the third layer. Well, I'd say second and a half layer of white. I gotta be careful. I mean, if it gets on the black, I can easily just go over it, but... Alright, that's good. There. And now maybe I should add a tiny bit of white on the edges right here. Just to... right towards the origin of the shine, you know? Because why wouldn't it be more white? Oh, there's a rogue brush. Like a rogue strand that ruins everything. A rogue strand. Dun, 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 dun. Thank you, thank you. Well, I'm not done with that one, obviously, but... I am not done. I'm about, I'd say... I don't know how much percent, to be honest. But, let's just say... Let's add some shine to her. This is going to be just one layer, because I don't want the shine to be oversaturated. It's just going to be one simple layer. So now we're... I'm just going to little shine to the edges as well. Just because this is the side with the light. Damn it. Ah, damn. Perfect. That's what I want. Yes. My phone about to die. Bye. All right, there we go. Bong. Beautiful. Can't make it up. It's lovely. Glorious. Bom, ba, bom, ba, ba, bom. And I still got more to add to it, of course, and erase, but that's not done. Now let's work on what Johnny was referring to. I'm gonna do a little hold on, is this empty? I'm gonna use the cap of this to like mix a purple and a blue, so I can get the like a vibrant look to this. If I can, if it's possible. Let's see if I can do it. I'm gonna use the cap of this water bottle. Get a good wad of that in there. You know, let's see how much I can get onto this cap right here. Mix some water in there. Alright, that's good. Now let's go in with a blue, just a tad blue. And watch how I mix this. Well, I'm gonna mix it with a Q-tip, because why not? Ding. See this blue right here? We're gonna mix this like... Now this is the perfect blue I want, but I don't know if I have enough, so we're about to try it out real quick. Look at this gloriousness. Alright, let's take this paintbrush and use this one to get that. I feel like all the paint is on the Q-tip and not the actual. All the paint is literally on the Q-tip, so I have to take it off the Q-tip. This is where trusting the process really comes into play, especially at this moment. Trust that process, you know what I'm saying? Because if you don't, it'll eat you alive. Alright. Gotta make sure this is like propped up perfectly. Just so I can get a little water in there, get some of this going. You know, it's all swell, you know what I'm saying? It's all swell. Mm-hmm. 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 Ah, that's beautiful. See, just mixing the colors you're blending. Nothing wrong with that. And it just made a nice, beautiful... I love this blue, by the way. Thank you, sir. Well, the swooshes are black. I didn't paint them black. This one's just a regular swoosh. I'm thinking the cat should just be on this side, to be honest. I was going to put it on this side, but I was like, what if it looks uneven? What if it makes less sense? Because, I don't know. I might not. I'll have to debate. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to have to debate on that, but I got to get moving on this before it dries up. You know what I'm saying? The paint. Because this mixture I just mixed is going to dry up for sure. But this is a beautiful blue, I'm not going to lie. I really like it, so that's what we're working with. This beautiful blue. It's gloriously beautiful blue. I'm going to get something from here too. I should have dried it a little bit before I continued, but you know, we don't have to do every... Doesn't have to be perfect because we're at the setting. We're at the main stage. We're past the main stage, actually. This is just the fun stage, I guess you can call it. I'm actually going to make sure the shadow kind of comes onto his body right here, because the cat is moving. It let us know the cat's actually there, flying in front of him, because it's going to cast this shadow. But it's not going to be as dark as that right there. Done. It could look like a sword slash. And if it's too much, I can always come back with the purple, but I am going to come back with the purple to sharpen it. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, I forgot I painted that. Well, that's unfortunate. Hold on, let me try and come back with it. I should have dried it out first. Now I gotta dab it. You easily fix it, no worries. Just gotta take care of it before the paint dries, because once the paint dries, all hell breaks loose, you know what I'm saying? I mean, once the paint dries, I can't use the mixture anymore, and there goes the perfect mixture. So I can only get it right once, type of deal, with the paint mixture. Boop. Alright, there we go. I think that's good. Anything else can just sit right there, and bada bing, bada boom. Alright, that's beautiful. But there goes that mixture. That's done. Now, I'm going to heat dry it real quick. Oh, it's not even plugged in. Just charging my phone. Flourish swoosh. Looks like she's swinging her sword. I guess, yeah. If it was like a white swoosh, then I'd think that. Hey, did something get on here? Well, guess I'll be that's very annoying. I'll take that off with acetone. But still, what the hell? How did it splatter onto this part of the shoe? Anyway, you can't see it. Definitely peeking. He can see you. He's gonna hide. Alright, pink. Now, since this is good, this is done, we don't need this anymore. I'm going to go back in with the purple to sharpen this blue. So watch and learn. Oh, wait a minute. But I'm going to have to use a smaller brush to sharpen it. I don't need the smaller brush, but let's go on back in with the purple, man. Yeah, that was terrible brush. Stroke. See, this just sharpens it 1000%. And then it takes away all those imperfections. Especially the light ones. Let's clean up some splotches that don't look orderly. And then I'm gonna actually add some more right here because that's too much right there. You don't need a big shadow right here, actually. Oh, it's still watery over here. That's interesting. All we need to do is add a little bit more. Cover that up. You never seen it before. You never seen it before. Bam! Look at that fire. Isn't it glorious? My flop era. Who are you? Eh, what do you want with my family? My flop era, guys. If this was 11 o'clock and I was drawing my pre-drawn stuff and I was coloring that in, I could have 20 people in here, but I already know what the stakes are starting a live stream this early. But hey, you know. Ugh. Ow. This is just for this. Look how beautiful this looks. How could you flop when you've created a masterpiece such as this? All right. Excuse me. All right, let's do the next segment. Thank you. The next segment. I'm going to have to let this fully dry real quick, but I'm going to do some other stuff that have to do with, like, this part of it. Why is there pink right here? What is going on with this part? I'm going to have to paint this anyway, but, like, still, what the heck? We're going to see how that goes. I'm going to use the pencil again to draw what I want. And then we're going to go from there. The pencil. Boom. I think that's what I want. Nothing crazy. Maybe I'll draw some over here. Nah, it's a little too much. Erase. What if you ruin it? I can fix it. I was thinking about putting clouds, and we can do the sky over here. It's about taking your time and enjoying it, and if you don't, you know, you don't ruin it. I've already had my ruinings before. Been there, done that, bucko. I don't need to actually ink. Thank you. I'm thinking about, should I do a sky? No, I'm thinking I think I should just paint it like this, and then maybe I'll do like behind her as well. Like it comes up right here and shoots through right here. So it looks like some, yeah, and then we can have like 3D like that as well. I'm not gonna color this, I'm not gonna ink it this time for the background, but I'll put some right here, pink. I'm curious as what happened. Why is there a pink edge right here? What happened right here? That's tragic. What is happening, Connor? There's a weird pink. Maybe that was there beforehand, but still, what is that? How did that get there? Even though I will be painting that anyway, but what the hell? I'm gonna paint this orange. No. I'm gonna paint this orange and this pink. That's how you get chaos, indeed. Chaos, but no control. How did pink get there? Was that always there? Maybe it was. Who knows? Anyways. These are gorgeous. Alright. I'm gonna have to angle it. See, if I was actually like, someone ordered these and they paid already, then I'd be like, a little bit like, oh no! What if I... Oh, she's... Okay. It's okay if I color over the line, because I still gotta bolden them anyway. So I'm not too worried about that. I'm just gonna do a small accent on this side that represents them, like maybe their head or their logo per character, so it's not too ridiculous. But I was thinking about coloring this entire side, but I think that'd be a little too extra for what I'm going. It'd be good if I did this background, but I'm not doing this background. I'm just gonna do the crystal power as the background stuff. But we're going. I gotta keep rotating it like this to get what I want. But I'm glad these, like, I'm using these threads as my threshold. The line of the threads. I'm still wondering how this got pink. Nothing on me. Whatever. You know, some things you just can't avoid. Usually when I paint my own shoes, I don't even care about mistakes because it's mine. But judging that this is going to someone else, I gotta at least put in a little extra tedious tidbit. Friggin', you know. Good. Good. Great even. But I'm here to paint. Nothing more, nothing less. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy the process, fellas. I haven't painted shoes in maybe months to a year, so it's kind of refreshing. This is more rare. Like the most rarest thing I could give someone. Just one of these things. Because this is OG me, but you know, what are we gonna do? But when you're doing cloth like this, you gotta mix it with water or something else for it to get the full effect. But it's gonna take multiple pass-throughs for it to soak in that cloth area. But we're gonna try it out and see how it goes. Or maybe I'll do like a different color, but no, I think I'm gonna do like this side's gonna be like, no, I'm actually gonna make this look like fire a little bit. It's gonna be like fire. It's gonna be yellow right here, orange right here, and then, you know, and then red. And then that other one on this side is gonna be like, I wonder how long this is actually gonna take me. It's usually the small things that add up longer. realistically, the goal is to just, well, actually, there is no goal. It's just to finish when I finish, you know. Take my time, take my time. Beautiful. Okay. What next? All right. Now I gotta angle this. I hate when I angle it though, because then I can see all my mistakes. Now I gotta fill them in. Just like this. Just like this. Boom. I gotta go back over it with the pink. Alright, that's actually good. But I see. It's hard to get in that wedge, you know? Get in there. Dink! Got in there. Alright, let's dig in there early, because it's hard to get in there when you're trying to avoid the paint. You know what I'm thinking about? People who say there's no such thing as mistakes, only happy accidents. You're lying. Your ass is lying. Alright, what is this? Dun. Come with me and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. It's low-key drying faster than I'm painting it. What's going on here? I'm gonna have to paint it again. That sucks. I'm gonna do it with a smaller brush though when I do. But like painting it again is oh butt. I could use actually another tool which is way easier. But we're already knee deep in it, so it doesn't even matter. I can't even see what I'm painting. You gotta go in on the perfect angle just to make sure it doesn't touch the other part. I might just go in with the flat brush. Nah, it's already too late. I just gotta continue at this point. Gotta continue with the same type of strokes because I already made a pattern with it because it's all bonding together now. So if I do anything else differently, it might. Nah, I don't even know what the hell I'm talking about. Let's just do it. There's the brush. It's pretty hardened brush right now. Let's just moisten it up right now. And let's find a new spot. Oh, whatever. I'll just use this. Got to see this stuff right here. See this stupidness? Bum, ba-da-dum. Because I can just do this side to side motion like this. God damn it. But we can easily do this though. The flat brush wins this debacle. Like digging in there. Digging, digging. Bong, bong, bong. Watching paint dry. My favorite. Watching paint dry. Watching paint dry. I love it. Sometimes if you keep like filling in, you see how when they dry, white spots open up right here and it shows like a white nasty pattern. Well, if you just keep painting over it, you're gonna mess it up. You gotta let it sit for a moment, and then you gotta paint over it again. It's very annoying. Well, not very annoying, but it's very tedious is the word. But this color is not a cooperative one. This color is not cooperating with me. Its own father. You better cooperate, boy. Good thing our crystals aren't perfectly shaped. But still, I want to make them good. So we're going to have to... Hey, what is that? Yeah. We're going to have to go in with the other one again. But at least we did it quicker. It's just us here. Let's paint some other spot real quick. Just to get it out the way. Patch that up real quick. I mean, you can patch it up, but not too much. Gonna let it sit for a moment and bond it together, because you don't want it peeling off later. Bonks. Look at that. All right. It's gonna look like that. You just gotta trust the process. Let it dry a bit. I would heat gun it dry, but that's too risky in that scenario because it's a huge amount of it. So you just want it to naturally bond with each other instead of forcing it, because it's a lot at once. But the next, what's his background gonna look like? Should I just color this part pink now? Why is this? I don't even know why this turned pink in the edge. Was that always there? I don't know. Doesn't matter. It's gonna be one solid color anyway. What can I do for the background? Should I do fire? I mean, I could. But should I? I already painted the cat thing. That doesn't matter too much. But still, what the hell? Alright, I'm just going to go in for the kill. Who thinks? Thinking's for the... Since her ability is the background, you know, might as well do it with the other. But we can use a thicker brush for this part, so trust the process. I like using the yellow. It's very nice. One, because even if I make too much of a mistake with the yellow, you can never tell because it's very close to the color white. And it's just spread so nicely, it prevents me from making any crazy mistakes. But obviously the yellow is going to be turned into fire. It's going to be yellow-orange combination, like how he does in the, you know, right here. I might add hints of red in it. I don't know. But it's just us. I'm just going to use the yellow to take the shape, so I don't have to, like, sketch it or anything. It's not good to have a sketchiness of it with the, because drawing yellow over sketch, it's not going to go good. It's going to smudge and smear. Things you gotta know, or I gotta know, I should say. And I'm gonna use the yellow like this, just to create a little flare coming up. Look how beautiful it looks. I love colors, don't you? There's a loose strand on this brush, and it's gonna cause, like, it's gonna just randomly paint some other area that I don't want. It's gonna make me sick to my stomach. But the good part about yellow is, too, it's this pale yellow spreads so good. It's just so beautiful the way it spreads. And also, I can paint another color over it, just as simple. And just because the yellow was thick, it's easier to paint over it. Pastel yellow is like the best color to paint. I swear. The only issue is, like, even like when you're painting a black shoe, which is not recommended, which because you have to do 3 million layers, the pastel yellow still, I don't know this concoction, but pastel yellow still cooks. Pink, look at that, beautiful already. I'm a new fan from California. Hello, new fan from California. I'm from the other side of the country, Rhode Island. And we're just drawing my characters here on some shoes. Pink. This is the other one. They're both up front. The cat as well. The shape-shifting cat's on here. But we're drawing her in the center and him in the center. That's what I think. But this looks beautiful. I love the colors. Now I'm gonna have to add an orange to this, but I want the yellow to be the predominant, maybe. Let's me paint. Ooh. I'm gonna, since this bonded enough, I'm going to let this part dry. And then I'm gonna use a heat gun, accelerate it a bit since it already it's already pretty dry. I could touch it with my hands, but to be 100% sure, I'm gonna heat gun this area. Well, you must be, I don't know. I'm not guessing. Guessing's for nerds. Anyways. I'm gonna do another layer of pink on here. Because I like the dark pink right here. It's hitting in the background. Because it's good separation from her and the rest of it. So I'm going to do another dark pink. Or I could keep it minimalist, where I don't do no detail at all. Actually, yeah, I'm going to do it like that. It's going to be no line work on that. I think that'll make the characters pop 10 times more. It's definitely going to, but I'm still going to add like the highlights for sure. We're not going to cheap out, but I like to tell you my plans as I'm doing them. Hey, this dropped on me. That's not good. All right, let's go in. Usually I use 2 different paintbrushes, but yes, I'm from Rhode Island. The island of roads that never get fixed. That's why we're called Rhode Island, probably. Just pothole island. Rhode Island with terrible roads. Pothole island. It's funny. I was told, well, that's irrelevant information. But Rhode Island has one of the lowest birth rates as of recent. I was like, good, good. Yeah, it said not one of the lowest. Oh, you can't even see. Sorry, I'm so locked in, you're not even seeing what I'm doing. There's some cracks in there. I gotta get in there. Maybe I'll add a little bit of little freaky water in there. Freaky water. Alright. Yeah, the water's gonna drip down there in the cracks. So that's why it's good. That's why we call it freaky water where I'm from. I know that. I'm retarded. Anyways, let's get it in there too. There's that. It's that, god damn it, it's that freak water again. Alright. Where was I? Old people. No, it's just the youth don't want to have any. It's really what it is. And a lot of old people. A lot of rich old people that are just finally using up their last final dollar. It's just the cost of living's higher here, probably. And we're from New England. Our use of technology is more, so we're more rotted on the terms of just, you know, the hysteria of having no kids. Even in China too, they're not having any. The new generation's not having any. I just seen a video on it. Like, the newer generation just does not want to have anything. And that's even for China. I mean, that's good because they were overpopulated at one point. But still. God damn it. Anyway. Alright, where's that freaky water we've been living up to? I think. Alright, we're going to let that dry. We've got another layer on it. Pink! Look at this. Oh, I forgot to take a picture. God damn it. Whatever. Who needs pictures when you have... It was like that a long time ago, but not anymore. A long time ago. Look how fire this looks, man. If I do, I'm going to do some shine on here, but it's going to be light shine. It's not going to be aggressive shine because I don't want it to overtake the character. I want it to look like its actual background. So, yes. Ow. Now, with this, I think I'm going to color some more yellow. Let me just make sure there's no pink in this. That was a wrong time ago. Alright. Look how beautiful this looks. And I just had to only do another set of layer of yellow. Ugh, yellow. Alright, I gotta make sure this don't splatter. I'm gonna carry this over there around it. Alright, that's enough of the yellow. I mean, now I'm gonna take a picture of it real quick. Hold on. Pink. Look at that. Beautiful. Lovely. Now, I'm going to let it dry a little bit longer. And I think I'm going to start coloring this right now with yellow as well. So let me just prepare. I'm just going to prepare a little bit. I'm going to swap out the water for this segment because I don't want none of the pink water to get in there. Ow. But I'm going to paint it yellow first, or for the most part. I should steal my chair. Hello, Nene. Yeah, Yes, water. Still looks a little pink, but it's enough not to deter anything. Maybe that's just the color of the cup now because it's hardened from yesterday. But either way, we're going to go in with the yellow. Back with the yellow. I think we're going to use this brush. So we're going to hold it vertically so I can get in there. Because when it dries, it's not going to look the exact perfectly. It's going to look good at the moment temporarily where it's sitting, but it's not going to look as perfect. And sometimes it overtakes when it gets all sludgy like that. I'm going to add some water to it and just have it spread around a little bit. Yeah, spread around. The water helps it get into these cracks and crevices. Water of doom! Doom and death and despair. This freak water. Yes! Where the hell did you come from? Yes! Anyway. Yes, look at this. Glorious. I'm probably early. We're 46 minutes in. So, you be the judge on what you are. I wouldn't call it early. I'd say about halftime. It's about halftime. The halftime show's about to start. And you're, on the cusp. See, I gotta get up top here, too, just because it's pink up there. And it's ruining my look. It's ruining my swagger. Said, I'm early. Sure you are. Whatever your mom tells you. Anyway. Let's color in a little bit more yellow. And then what I'm going to do towards the end is make it a little bit yellowy watery. Because it's going to be like it's going to go straight to orange. It's going to like phase into orange a little bit. But I got to confirm it's going to shift into that orange. It's going to blend into the orange. I want to make fan art. Well, you can always go to the website and check it out from there, numenslaw.com. And then you can see all the stuff you can make. Or you can read the Webtoon if you haven't already. I don't know what you've done and what you haven't. That's fine. But hello, Hate Mo. Hate Mo, Hate Mo, Hate Mo. Hate Mo, Hate Mo, Hate Mo. Anyways, back to drawing now we're on the orange. We're gonna get done with this. I think I colored too much into the orange, but that's fine. I mean, there is a lot of yellow. There's not supposed to be as much yellow as there is orange, to be completely honest. But I can always color over it with yellow, so it's not a huge deal. But watch. I can blend it like this, watch. You're about to see the blend. Then we go lighter. As you see the beautiful blend. Do you see it? Lighter. We can go even lighter until the orange is like almost quite yellow. And then if it doesn't look too blended enough, you can always just go a little bit over with the yellow. Boom. Anyway. Well, this is a cloth part. You're going to need water. You definitely need the water. It's the cloth part. It won't spread on the cloth perfect and evenly if you don't use water. There is a paint thinner, but that's basically, might as well just use water at that point. Trust me. Thank you, Albert. Hold on so I can see this one too. I have that in the background. Just make sure it doesn't fall stupidly. Dun, 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 dun. Just gotta be perfect. Look at it. Look at the glorious values. Then the final one's gonna be red, of course. But we just gotta make sure. Because the water will really get into those cracks. Thank you, sir. You've seen the basketball ones I've made, right? I show those too. There are the other two characters. Alright, we're gonna slightly phase out of this orange real quick. I'm gonna use some water just to, you know, just have a little slight. Because it was gonna be red towards the end. Show you? Okay, hold on. They're in here. These bad boys. We got Bora and Purin. Lightning. And then we got some clouds, because this is Alto's cloud. And then we got the Yeti fur. So if you've seen, you know what the Yeti fur is, and you know what Alto's cloud is. But yes, on my Instagram, I show all my customs. You can look at them there. There's another pair right there that I wear almost every day. The water and fire. Anyways, back to what I was doing. Look at this beautiful blend. This looks so fire. These are mine. Nah, if they were my size. They're so beautiful. Anyway, now let's go to the, what do we got? Fire red. Peak shoes indeed. Thank you. Okay, we're going to go with the red. We're not going to go too aggressive on the red, obviously, but I'm going to touch it up with some watery red right here just to get it going, you know. What should you draw? Whatever your heart desires. I have no idea. Dun, dun, dun. Draw something that actually has, like, what have you been drawing lately? Draw the opposite. How about that? Draw something cute and cuddly if you've been drawing something tough and dangerous. You know? If you drew something small, draw something big. Test the waters. Test those waters. Alright. Oh, I gotta focus right here. Hold on. Make sure there's nothing on my hand. Alright, that's beautiful. That is glorious. Alright, just gonna slightly swipe out like that. It's just gonna overtake the orange by itself, pretty much. But see how it's a little, you see the whiteness within the top layer? It's because I didn't put enough water over there with the paint. And that's what happens. So you have to make sure that water spreads. So now I'm going to have to go in with the orange and a lot of water. Well, not too much water, but... Oh, dang it. Just messed up right there. But the thing about blending is, especially when you're using paint, you can just keep adding more. Especially when it's cloth material. Not too much, of course, but... Look at that beauty! Painting cloth is so much fun. Especially this type of material. Because you can it's a lot more control. There's a lot of room for mistakes. A lot of room for mistakes, 100%. I'm gonna go over with the orange real quick. A watery orange. Oh, damn it. I got some right there. I'm gonna have to acetone that out later. Or I can just do this. Gone! That's crazy. That's why I like painting on leather. Gets on the leather, you can just eliminate it once and for all. I was painting the wrong part, which is funny, but that's okay. Supposed to be painting this part. The water's supposed to grab onto that. And then we do this, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And then after, we can come back in with the red, because I overtook in too much of the red. Or I can just leave it and blend it like that. Nah, that's perfect, actually. What the hell am I talking about? Let me just make sure it's perfect, though. Boom! Look at that, bitch. Alright. What cute and cuddly thing should I draw? I don't know. What's your favorite animal? What's your, what's something that scares you? Turn that into cute and cuddly. Look at that beauty. This, we're gonna worry about. We're gonna do this universal. I might do this black, to be honest. We're gonna see. I don't know. But, yeah, I don't know. Because it's like a weird... Like, why is this pink here? I don't understand where that came from. But, obviously, I gotta color this another layer. Should I draw a femboy? What the fuck? Anyway. Whatever your heart desires. If that's what you desire, say it out loud. Say, you desire a femboy. And then I guess whatever you want is your wish. in your command. Alright, let's do the same thing we basically just did. I gotta make sure none's on my hands. They kind of scare you. They scare you because you got intimidated to kiss one. Okay, that's what I'm getting from you. Alright, anyways, let's lock in a little bit. It's on my hands. Did I take a picture? Yeah, I did. Just making sure. Said I shouldn't, but... I shouldn't, but... This I'm just going to color all one solid color because it doesn't have to be a crazy blend, but there will be. But it's not going to be as crazy as a fire one. So, because this is... But we're going to have a lot of water for this. Make sure it doesn't drip on the shoe. That's very important. Too much water also can, like, destroy it. It's just the perfect blend, just like everything in life. It's the perfect balance. You gotta have the perfect balance. The constant uphill battle of balance. I was joking. Why do you take things so serious? It's funny. You guys take everything I say like it's law. Like it's Numen's law. Numen. You wasn't joking. We know what you're about. We all seen you. I seen what you did. I seen what you posted to the community tab. I seen what you did. We all seen what you did. Can't believe you would do something like that. In front of me? Of all things? I gotta lock in before I get cursed. You know, usually when I start talking yip yap, I start failing. New drip, indeed. Not for me. But yes. Not for me. Not for me, David. Alright. Cheese! This, I'm glad I have to just paint this one layer. Because this is hard. Well, I don't have to paint this one layer. But it's going to be a little bit of holes in it. Some spots didn't get fully watered. What is that? Oh, no. I can just scrape it off because that's new paint. Dink! Gone. Beautiful. Alright, now let's go back into where we came from. If I wanted to scrape this furry part, this cloth part, with like more serious stuff, like a more serious design, I'd have to use like an X-Acto knife or a blade to scrape off that fur. To keep it like easier to like draw on, but I'm not doing that, so. Wha-bam! Obviously it's not done. I'm gonna add more colors to this one, but I'm gonna let it dry first. But I like the Floris. I like Enro's side better, to be honest. But Floris side got its own things that this side doesn't have, clearly. You know? Alright, now we're gonna start digging in there. I'm gonna start digging. 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 Look at that. Look how it's grabbing that. Alright, that's good. That looks good. think, oh, I did take a picture. That's good, that's good. All right. Alright, what I should do now is add some white, but if I add white, it's going to make it look like I just made mistakes and I missed a spot, so I'm just going to go with the infrared instead. Actually, no, I'm going to go in with the Tahitian pink, since we're at the pinnacle. Pinnacle. Tahitian pink's really going to make it go boom. Tahitian, what does that even mean? Anyway. But it's gonna be looking QL. I'm so bored. Well, you're gonna be bored. Sometimes being bored is good, you know? Sometimes... Well, go do something then. You're gonna sit all... If you ain't drawing, you ain't learning, you ain't working, start planning. How old are you? I'll help you right now. Anyway. Look how beautiful this is. It's got the gradient already and it's only 2 layers. The illusion of the confusion. Maybe I want to put like a white shine right here, maybe. Hey, what is this mark right here? Oh, that's just furry stuff. You know, you gotta like lock in a little bit, you know what I'm saying? You just gotta remember not to go lazy when you're doing something like this. Bam! And just like that. Maybe I should might keep it yellow, like the fire in the background. Or is that too lazy? We're gonna try orange. I like the yellow in the background because it's not too like boom in your face, but we can always go another extra layer or another. We can try orange. Let's see how it looks. Okay, good. What do you mean? You might just be here. You might just be the only one. Who knows? Who knows, Hank? You Hank or not Hank? Oh god, I love the yellow in here. Do I want to ruin it? Oh, I said I was going to make it primarily yellow, so yes, I'm going to keep it primarily yellow, but god damn, it looks so good. I'm just going to do hints of orange instead and keep it base yellow because the yellow is making everything look fire. The only problem is I'm going to have to add multiple layers of orange, really. I am not a... like... This, like, really levels up your hand dexterity, that's for sure. It's like, oh... But when it comes to fire, you just get loose. Like, when doing any type of pattern, you just best to loosen up and not stiffen yourself. So that helps create this nice little free flow. Free flow. But you gotta make sure the pattern also comes out of it in a way, or just like makes it look like it continued outside this area. So then you gotta try a little bit harder to make it look more realistic. Having fun watching paint dry, fellas? Alright. What if the paint cracked? Then I didn't do my job. This paint's made not to crack. It's either you painting the wrong shoe or you didn't take your time. You know what I'm saying? Paint only cracks when you rush or don't take your time. But this whole time I've been using small brushes, and you guys were seeing what I was doing step by step. So it's definitely, I'm taking my time 100%. Ugh. It'll crack if you cake it up all too much. Like, you see how it's like looking like see-through as it's drying up? If I keep tacking on layers, it's going to crack when it's fully done. Haint or haint? I don't know. I don't know if we're hainting right now. I'm so hainting. I'm hainting so good right now. Alright. What is this? This can go right here. I was hainting before it was cool. Now look at us. This definitely won't crack. The only thing I would say, though, my suggestion if you wear these, is not to do any activity, because these aren't invincible. This paint isn't invincible. It'll last a very long time if you're just walking around. But keep in mind where you're going. Like, if you're going anywhere, it's like you're going on the rocks. If you're wearing these on the rocks, you're a damn fool. But because, like, even a regular shoe would get damaged. Think of this as armor. You know, this will make your shoe tougher, but also, like, it's not invincible. Like, you shouldn't be, like, rock climbing with these. Just casual wear. You know? And you can, like, run in them. You can, like, move around, whatever you want. But, like, they're waterproof, too. Also, that's to note. And when I seal it, it's going to be even more waterproof. But I've had people just thought it was, like, the perfect time to start running around and freaking rock climbing in them. The My Hero pair, he said he just went on a hike. You don't want to go on a hike in these, because you're just going to ruin them right there. No trails, no hikes, casual use, running to the store, going back. You know what I'm saying? Or just like walking around. Maybe you can wear them at like a carnival, but carnivals are known for being dirty and people stepping on. I mean, people step around your shoe, that's fine, who cares? But casual, just keep it casual. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'd wear it to the carnival to flex, but I know I can fix it because I'm the hardest. Huh? Is it the shoes? Is what the shoes? The shoes are beautiful. Anyway. But, you know, people should keep in mind what they're doing before they wear any type of something like this. I mean, you could wear these to work, but if your work's like you're moving around a lot, I just save these for like a good day. I mean, they'll survive you moving around, but, well, first off, these shoes, I wouldn't say these are very comfortable shoes. I don't think I've worn these shoes ever, but I will say they don't look that comfy. Oh, so it's a Nike's 90s Nike slogan. Yeah, now they just went to... well, I didn't get it. I didn't even know that was their slogan. Now I know. Is it the shoes? I actually do remember that. I think I'd know that with all the Nike shoes I made. They just... As soon as that one Got Milk came out, everyone tried copying it with question slogans. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this looks fire. Might have looking... Now I'm going to connect this orange right here to make it look like better. I think, yeah, it's much better. Why aren't you painting a shoe? Just keep these in the back so people can see what the hell's going on. Because I had the urge to return to my roots. You know what I'm saying? Don't you get the urge sometimes to just return to a small fragment in time for you. Like, go back to, you know, sometimes I get the urge to, like, return back to an old version. We're gonna let this dry real quick. This looks fire. I mean, now that we have the orange in there, even though it's not fully done, because I have to do another layer when it fully dries. I could heat gun it, but I don't want to, because I gotta work on the other stuff. But the cat's popping out more with the orange in there as well, because it looks like the cat's flying through the fire now. But I think I should add a bit more orange right here, like an orange thing flying over here. Why not? Like a little ember, you know what I'm saying? Come on, handsome Squidward. Don't you have the urge? Well, that's if you do anything interesting. This is a big part of my life, so, you know, you gotta... Yeah, it looks clean. Clean! Wow! Anyway. I'm gonna do another ember over here, probably. Just to... It's gonna be a smaller one, though. Beautiful. Just beautiful. Alright. That is absolute fire. I wish they were mine, but they're not my size. Anyway, back to this babe. We're going to add a white. We're not going to go for another gradient. Maybe to... Actually, this needs a touch up, for sure. Touch this back up. Let's touch this back up. Where's the other painting? Oh, shit. Thank you for the happy, glorious poopy. Out sick for so long. AM or PM, I am mixed up. Like Lunchables. What? Alright. Oh, I forgot to take a picture. Did I take a picture? No, I didn't. No, it doesn't matter. I'll take it after I do the white. Or actually, maybe after I clean this up. Maybe after I clean it up and then paint the white, because this needs cleaning. Touch up time. Just get rid of the holes. The little inconsistencies. You know, just a little bit. Just a little bit. You ain't gotta do too much. Pink! And then we could just let it dry on its own. Because they're still gonna have to put that white. But I don't want the white stronger than the white you see on her. Because it'll make her, like, blend in with the background lamely. So. Pink! Alright, I'm gonna heat gun it probably. Because it's only a little bit. I just added 242 here. It is indeed. It's 343 or 342, whatever you want to call it. Why am I live at this time? I don't know. I just got off work and I want to get to these shoes. This isn't a late night thing. And I'm going to have... probably won't be live. I'm going to be busy later on today. And this is not something I have the urge to paint later tonight. I'd rather do it now. Like I did yesterday's live. If this was a regular live stream, I would probably be live later during the night. But this is something I don't normally do. So if I'm going to get a mass amount of my viewers, it's going to be something that they're used to me seeing. This isn't something they're used to me seeing. So if I'm going to do a sneaky live, it's going to be like a live stream right now rather than... Either way, let me just heat gun this real quick. Heat gun this beauty. Yeah, Connor, the cat Nike swoosh was a glorious design. I mean, look at it from here. That looks beautiful. That was a glorious idea. Anyway. Might have thought of it later, but you thought of it first, and I'm upset. Anyway, let's get into it. Alright. We're gonna just do one layer, I believe, of the white. I'm not, hopefully I don't want to, I want to leave like an outline layer of pink so it doesn't look like it's like into the shoe, the white. So you can see like the outline of it. But if it looks too bad, I'm gonna go with another layer of white, but I don't think it will. So here we are. But we gotta be very like meticulous about it, because I don't even know what that word means, but we gotta be very meticulous about it, because white does a lot of damage. Well, not damage, but it can really make or break it. So it doesn't, white or black really makes or breaks it. You can have too much of something for sure, but oof. Like there's too much white right there, so I'm gonna go in with the pink afterwards, but we're gonna worry about that later. This dried up pretty much. It's not getting on my hands, as you can see. Dun, dun, dun. I think it came in with too much white right here, but I'm gonna spread it out. I did the same problem with Flora that I had to fix. Now I'm doing it with the crystals. I didn't learn my lesson. I gotta thicken it, and then we're gonna come back in with the purple later. I mean the pinkish, weird pinkish purple I'm using. But we're gonna keep it low. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to come back in with the purple, or the pinkish, whatever we're calling it. I don't even know what to say anymore. Because, like, it's not looking refined, it's looking sloppy. But that's what you get when you get white. Especially when you add white in the late in the game. That's the type of nonsense you get. That's fine. Because you know what? We're going to go back in with the pink anyway. So it doesn't matter. This my shit. All the girls, they be feet like this. Alright, anyways. Let me just take a stretch real quick. Holy, I'm literally sitting on my ankles. Alright, where was I? Yo, can you make a short about drawing stickmen and then draw something out of it? That was literally my short 3 shorts ago. Well, 2 or 3 ago, I don't remember. I drew a body from the stickman. And that was actually my low performing video, which I thought was going to do really good because I actually drew the body this time. I actually drew the body and it performed trash. It's like, you got to give them what they want, but not too much of it. It's performed terribly. Well, not too terrible, but still, what the fuck? I suppose I can give it another shot if you explain exactly. Because I got to do a couple other shorts. I got to do one where I'm drawing a hand and how people could visualize drawing a hand. That was a request from yesterday. And also, we have... Oh, let me put this one in the background. Keep forgetting, this is the money maker. Anyway. It's because I have the bottle and it's not standing correctly. God damn it. But yeah, I guess I can if I remember. Better hope I remember, little man. Alright, where's this? Squidward, handsome Squidward's definitely a holla back girl. It's like, hold on, let me show you my other phone. Hold on. Dee dee dee. Let me see. Okay. Hey, when it shows my live highlights, like, it doesn't let me view them anymore. It's this one, drawing poses. Oh, that video's actually doing but this one right here. Drawing poses, even though they're all called drawing poses. If I don't name it that, it won't get views. But this one, I literally draw the full body right there out of it. No one loves me. But I am going to make a full version where people can actually understand. I just haven't done it yet because I'm in the process of making 2 other videos. But I go by off the comments requests. After all, you gotta feed the fire. You know? Gotta feed that glorious fire. Oh, a character? A whole character? Well, that's me, basically. I'm gonna have to make a whole full video out of that. How to make a character exactly from that, but I can't do that in a short. And actually, I have. Well, sometimes I show, like, what I've done with that pose. But I don't show the process. I'll, like, show, like, what pose that went into in a few shorts. Not every short has that, where I show, like, oh, this turned into this. But we'll see, I guess. If I have to. That's gonna take, those shorts literally take me about 20 minutes tops. And the drawing part's like 3 minutes of it. Drawing it. But if I have to draw the full-fledged character from it, that'll probably take an hour. I mean, I do it in my live stream all the time. Usually my later night live streams. But we'll have to see. Autographs like this. I don't think that video is going to perform. But we'll see, bud. We'll see. Well, if I do, it won't be a short. Actually, if I do make a short, that I'm going to have to speed it up times infinity. You okay with that? If I do make a short, I'm definitely speeding it up times like 3 billion because it has to be under 60 seconds or even 30 to actually do some actual damage on the algorithm. But it's about to be a full... I don't like how this is more white than the rest of the other ones I've done. So I'm just going to lessen it real quick. Doesn't matter, we're adding pink. We're going to add a pink layer over it anyway. But still, what the heck? Why is it doing that? I didn't tell it to do that. It's supposed to do what I say. Do as I say, not as I do. I'm going to have to speed up that video like 3 million times. A lot of it's, sometimes it's like times, I put through it like times 5 speed, so it's like 5x speed. If you join my live stream tomorrow night, I'm going to be drawing a full-fledged, I'm going to redraw him, but tomorrow night is going to be the peak of it, that's for sure. Tomorrow night. Anyway, this looks pretty cool. Just got to trust the process a little bit. And I think I'm going to go back in with early. Since this is a white, I can go back in without drying it. Go back in without drying it. The same exact color I just used. Just to sharpen this white. I don't want the white to be too strong, but it's not in the right shape. It's not perfect shape I want it to. It's not doing what I want it to do. So you know art's bad when it doesn't look intentional. And if it doesn't look intentional, I failed. If it looks like I accidentally, like, if it looks like I didn't mean to do that and it just did that, that means I suck. You know? I can't have that on my conscience. Can't have that on my resume. What are you calling me, a sucker? You're a sucker. Alright, what is it? I'm gonna have to paint over that white, but that's fine. That is no matter. To be completely frank. To be honest. to be a Wonder Boy, to be an escargot, to be... I'm going to use this plus water, and it's going to give me the exact thing I want right now. Or I'm going to scream myself. I think I'm caking it up too much, so I'm going to spread it out like that. Dun, 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 dun. I'm not feeling that. But we're going to... I know what I got to do. Where's the Q-tip? We're going to dab it with the Q-tip. Watch. This is going to light up the strength of that wateriness and take some of the water away as well, because it's the dry side of the Q-tip. So, and then I'm going to just brush it a little bit, get rid of it. Nothing crazy. Nothing too, you know. I'm going to have to heat gun it a little bit because it's wet. But not too crazy. Alright. We're not done, obviously. This is going to take some work with these bejewels right here. Not a fan of the jewels on the back, so we're going to... We're still going to have to work on that. It's going to take some time. It's going to take some time. As long as I get what I'm looking for, then I'll feel good about it. But right now, I'm not feeling too hot about it. Not feeling, doesn't look good. It looks like I lazied out. So we're gonna have to improve this. I don't want it ever to look like I lazied out, especially on a long-winded project like this. Bing. You can never, especially if this is going on someone's feet. They're basically a walking, technically you're a walking ad. You're a walking ad, so I have to make sure it's a good ad. Anyway, looking better. It's looking better. We're fine-tuning. Definitely looking better, 100%. That's good. That's good. But we gotta... This is not supposed to be like this. And this can get sharpened like this. Sharpen that too. My walking bulletin boards. Alright, what is this? Sharpen that too. Put that in there like that too. Thin this out. Holy. Thin that out. Holy. Just lighten this. Darken this up. Bink. Alright, that looks good. That looks real good. And then dab this, because this looks crazy. Not gonna lie. It's looking much better. Much better. Now this one is the pain. Alright, bink. We're gonna let this dry right here. We're gonna let it dry and trust the process a little bit long, because I know that next layer, if need be, if it looks too weird, I'm just gonna mix white with the original color I used, so it can be one solid looking, less blended looking color. Well, yes, of course. Why, yes. Definitely. Look how fire this is. Good. Great Scott. Great Scott. You bought off Facebook Marketplace. I would never buy... See, the whole point of Jordans is... I don't care if people wear fake ones, but that defeats the purpose, you know, because most people buy them for the commodity, or like they're hard to come by type, or they're like friggin' the flex, or that's the illusion anyway. But if you're buying fake versions, you defeat the purpose, because the whole point of buying them is to say you have, I don't know, whatever, I don't care. I mean, if people buy fake shoes, I don't care, because literally sometimes the fake versions are the real ones, because the factory that makes the Jordans are just selling it on their, out of their own type of thing, rather than just selling it to Jordan to sell for you for 300 times more than what they actually cost to make. But that's hard to tell. But I wouldn't even... If you want to wear fake shoes, I wouldn't. I'm a man of honor, but I'm also not a big on consumerism. I'm not big on like, hey, my shoes are hard because I got them for $400. Like you're just an idiot and scamming yourself. But I'm not never gonna buy nothing. I'll never be a poser. You know what I mean? I'll never buy something I can't like afford twice. But try telling that to high school kids. I prefer, well, as you can see, I only wear moccasins every day. Moccasins or run shoes, and it's just painted stuff. So technically, I could say mine is worth more than everything because these cost. But like, we're not in high school. I mean, now I just wear what's comfortable. But I must paint it because I feel like if I'm gonna step out, I'm gonna step out in something that means something at this point. I'm gonna step out in something that people be like, "Oh, what do you do? What is that?" You know what I mean? Because I and myself am a walking billboard, and also it just feels good, like to know that you've made something and it has a good use. You know, it's actually being used, and you look good while doing it. A plus. Like, what more could you ever want? Hello, cat. Yeah, but this is peak nonetheless. That's why I always recommend everyone to like buy themselves canvas Vans, not the leather ones, because you can easily paint. You can use any type of art tool on it as long as you just spray seal it with a regular spray, clear spray, clear acrylic. You can just paint your canvas Vans, and it'll be special to you. Like any art, you don't even have to be great at art to be able to do that either. I would make a video on that, but I'd have to buy it. I'm on the bus. Indeed. What is that picture of? That's a picture of these. Well, now, William Ray, there's a better picture you can take. I'll sit here. I'm still gonna have to acetone that little spot right there. Bink. Bink. Yeah, anyone can make custom shoes, just not special on leather ones because you're gonna need special paint and that costs a lot of money. But also, you can just use markers or colored pencil if you do it good enough. As long as you seal it correctly, just get acrylic spray sealer. But again, disclaimer, make sure you have your windows open when you do that and you're not in the room after like you're gonna have to, it's gonna smell up the house if you use it too much. You're gonna want to go kss, kss, probably outside, and then let it sit outside for about an hour. Unless you have your windows wide open, you just have it sitting in the window. But yes. The other side, I'm just gonna add some small stuff right here because honestly, although everything I said, I know how like sometimes this paint is indestructible. It can get damaged, and when it does get damaged, it's usually the insides that get damaged. So I'm gonna put something like more small, accented, maybe something small right here. The insides get way more damaged than the outside, 1000%. But I'm gonna take a quick picture of these. Just recommendation when you're wearing these. I'm not done, obviously, but you know. I'd say I'm about 69% done. No, I'd say I'm 73% done. I'm gonna just take a picture and send it to... What about watercolor? I mean, watercolor is just like any other canvas. If you get canvas shoes, however watercolor reacts to canvas shoes is how it's gonna react to or however watercolor reacts to canvas. If you're used to painting watercolor on canvas, it's gonna react the same way. So you can get Vans and do the same, as long as they're not the leather ones, the canvas. Stick up snobs. Yeah, that's why I stopped. Like when I was younger, I used to be like, oh, Nike or nothing, but I realized like I don't really stand for consumerism, and Nike's literally the bane of consumerism. You know what I mean? It's really like pure consumerism. I don't buy shoes anymore, and when I do, it's like once a year when they're actual holes. Like the moccasins I drew before these had holes in them. There was literally my toe was busting out. But these aren't done. I still got to do some cleanups, like erase the sketch marks. Got to take that off. Do a little bit of more bolding towards the character so it sticks out a little bit more, especially over here and over here down here. And I can use pen and ink on this if I seal it correctly and let it dry enough time. Because this is ink. This is just regular pen that I use when I draw characters. So this is so fire. Connor, your wife doesn't even have a clue what she's dealing with. These look so much better in person when I tell you guys. Like, they're like, when you get them. Then when you're done, like, wow. Like, when I get done painting these, I sit and look at them for an hour straight. Kid you not. And I rotate them, take pictures. But yeah, it's really fun. It's really fun. But yeah, I like basketball shoes. I don't use Nikes anymore. I use Pumas now, or whatever's comfortable. I have like two pairs of basketball shoes. One of them's Anta, the Chinese brand that Kyrie's signed with. Yeah, she doesn't even know. Anyway, but yeah, this is like Puma. These are so comfortable, but very beautiful. Anyway, either way. Like, this is Bora's clothes. See, this right here, since I was playing outside in basketball, which is straight concrete, and the way I play basketball is wild. I like jump around, go pretty aggressive, so this got scraped up. This went further than the actual leather, the damage, so it's going to scrape regardless, as well as this side as well, because I was playing outside in the concrete. And this is Purin's pants, these lines right here, the tan. Oh, she's a sneakerhead? Oh, then this is perfect then. Yeah, I could never be a sneakerhead. I don't have it with it what it takes. I was all for shoes and stuff at one point, but to each their own. Comfy shoes are the best. Vans aren't really that comfy. I strongly recommend Insert or Soles, but this ain't a new shoe. Same one. These are so fire. You don't even know. You don't even know. Damn. Oh my god, the gloriousness. See, when you're done wearing these, when I become the top artist, these will be like so like, damn. When I become the greatest artist of all time. He's the greatest artist. We'll see. We'll see. But still, I become the freaking god tier. Shaq has some fire. Oh yeah, you probably would buy. I feel like your feet's super long, so it looks weird whatever shoe you're in for the most part. Like Kevin Durant does not. He looks weird in half the shoes he wears because the design is stretched out. Unless he wears something more plain. Like you'd have like a good shoe that would look good for you is probably Vans because they're like the design of it's long base and it's not height based, so something more like flatter, not high top would probably look better for you. That or just boots or moccasins, painted moccasins, of course. But I find it people that have bigger feet usually are sneakerheads, and usually they like Jordans because the length doesn't really matter because they're like a boot type of shoe. So you get like a better ratio of height to width, kind of. But that's my opinion. Anyways, that's funny. I used to do shoe reviews on my main TikTok. People used to hate me. Because I'd be like, what's the hype in this? This is garbage. Anyway, either way, these are beautiful. I don't care. I would say I outdone myself. But this should be expected. So, I'm not done with them yet, but I am going to stop here so I can get some rest, maybe take a shower because my nads are sweating. And, you know, who's going to clean him? Anti can't clean him. He disappeared. I prefer comfy shoes or boots. I mean, it's nice to see Lady in heels, but it's also nice to see him with some other type of style. I like someone who can switch it up, you know what I mean? Anyone who can switch it up is always an A+ in my book. But, yeah. But the thing is, I have this thing where it's like, you never know. I feel like first impressions are the best, so I'll always wear the same outfit as much as I possibly can. I'll wash it, of course, but like I'll always wear the same shoes and such. Because I feel like first impression's best impression, so every time I meet someone, it might be a first impression. But anyway, these are definitely a conversation starter. Like, who the hell are you and what the hell are you wearing? And they're like, oh, that's what it is? That's fire. But that's, I don't care about where it actually is from, but it's fire. Most people won't care when you tell them where it's from. Actually, if people ask you, just say, figure it out. Don't even say where it's from, just say, you know. So then when they actually see it, if they are, I want to see if someone recognizes it. The greatest compliment I've ever had in my entire existence, well, one of them is, I still gotta color these parts. If I can acetone this out, I will, but it might damage the regular leather. Someone said they were reading my series, and someone came up to them saying they read it too. And that's like way far away from where I am. So I'm like, wow, that's crazy. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna get out of here, but these are straight fire. Fire. Only Connor, you're only getting these because you're here a lot and you're there. So appreciate the support. But yeah. Bye, people.